What's happening, everybody? Today I'm going to show you how to deep clean your cast iron if you burn food in it or it's just really hard to get clean. For example, I cooked 2 pork loins in this skillet and I seared them first on really high heat, which always make things stick to the pan, and then I baked it in the oven for about another 30 or 40 minutes. Then I wanted to use this skillet for this video specifically, but that was a week ago. And so this pan has been dirty for a week, just sitting there. So this old seasoning from the pork loin and old oil is really burnt and stuck onto this pan, where I cannot just simply use soap and water and a sponge or a scraper or chainmail scrubber. None of that stuff is going to work very well. So let me show you, if you're ever in this situation, how to get this skillet looking clean again. Here's a better view of what I was talking about. Here you can see where the pork loin sat. And again, I was using really high heat to sear them before I put them in the oven. And you can see that the old seasoning from that pork loin really stuck on well. I won't be able to just scrub this clean with soap and water. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fill my skillet up with water and sit it on my burner and let this water come to a boil. So the water's been boiling for about 2 or 3 minutes, and that's really going to loosen up the food that's stuck on the pan. So now I'm going to take my wooden spatula. You can use a metal one, but I'm not a huge fan of metal utensils. Again, that's just my personal preference. And I'm just going to scrape the bottom, get those burnt chunks off the pan. I'm going to do well scraping, and then I'll let this boil some more, and then I'm going to scrape some more. Okay, so I let it boil a little bit more, and I scraped a little bit more, and it feels really good. Most of this came up. So now I'm going to turn off my burner. I'm going to let this skillet cool down so I can safely pick it up. Then I'll empty it in my sink, and then we'll scrub it down from here. Alright, the pan has cooled down. Let's empty out the water. You can see all the remnants of the old pork loin. And now I'm going to start off with just my sponge and soap. Give it a good scrubbing. And now I'm going to switch over to my plastic scraper and get in there. It's looking great. I'm going to go back over it with the soap, sponge, and water again. So it looks great, looks clean. I'm going to dry it off with a microfiber towel, and I'm going to heat dry it on top of my stove. Alright, the skillet's been dried. Now it's time to oil it up. Alright, it's been oiled up and it looks fantastic. Clean as a whistle, ready to be stored. Now this boil method only has to be done with really stuck on messes. You don't have to do this every time you use your cast iron. I just like to use soap, water, and a sponge, sometimes my plastic scraper. But if you cook something with really high heat, or you just mess up, something went wrong, things are stuck to your cast iron, the boil method is a great way to get it clean again. And before you start boiling the water in your cast iron, make sure you like and subscribe.